Okay, can you see my screen, correct?
No, I can see you, but I can't
Oh,
see
you
you.
can see me. Okay, so I like to see my screen. Um, where can I do that? Share screen. Okay, here, share. This is screen. Share. Okay, you must see my screen now, correct? The art studio.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, I'm going back to the let me admit one more person here. Okay. I'm going back to the team project. I need to discuss 2 or 3 more minutes on this. This is the box plot, and then this is the box plot data set percent mammogram black, percent mammogram white, and then figure 1 comparing. You can add any title you like here, but make sure to don't remove any of this code. The code is really important. Figure 1 comparing black and white population. Comparing mammogram between black and white. Okay, and then this is exactly the same, right? This is it. The Y label is that. This is black, this is white. Okay, this is it. This is the plot. This is the plot, and then you can go ahead with the same plot for the density plot. This is the black. This is the white. MD1. You can consider this as a MD, doesn't matter, you change them. Comparing the same thing. Here I have black, I have white, and then I believe this is it. Probably it worked. Okay, it didn't work. There's some problem here. Oh, this is it. This is the data. This is the data. Okay. If you are working with different, the only thing you need to change is this one. So you need to just change this variable here. For any other topic, this variable here, these two variable, these two variable, and you don't need this one. For my table, you need to just change the variable here based on your topic, the variable here, the same here, and that's it. This is the part of code you need to have. This is it. Everything you need is this part of the code. I'm gonna bring it down to see. You need to just read the data. Let me bring it here. This is what everything you need is here. First of all, you need to read the data, then you need to see the name of variable, then go with the mean command, go with the standard deviation command, go with my table command, run the t-test. If you are using the ANOVA, you can just go with a Vic3 exercise. Some example is there, you can work with that. And then this is the box plot here. This is the density plot. This is everything you need to have for this team project. I'm finished with the team project. If any of you have any question for your team project, you can ask now or you can ask later. So after this, I'm going to go back to the individual assignment 2. Any question here? No question? Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you're writing these numbers, it's only the team leaders doing it, or should each student in the group also be writing this on the art studio?
No, it depends on the team. It was a team agreement. So based on the team agreement, each member accepted to do something in the project. So if the team leader section, it's not a responsibility of team leader section. Usually this is the responsibility that who knows everything better on this section. So based on the your capability, you can choose which section you want to work. But the point is, I do suggest all the members to work with the R Studio, because that you are practicing here to do it for your individual assignment. So even if the team leader working with individual assignment, so please ask her or him to just send the codes, and all of you work with that to make sure you are practicing well to learn more to for your individual assignment too. Because the individual go ahead.
Is there any way you can give me a screenshot of this? I'm actually the team leader in my group, and this is the part that I mean I know how to run the code and provide the information, but I'm kind of confused on like what I'm supposed to put in there, like what you're doing now. That's why I need a screenshot of that. Cause
Send me an email. I will submit the codes to you. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
Sure. Okay, and let me save it your name. So I'm gonna send it to you. Let me copy this. Yes.
This is Farron from Dr. Azadi's class.
Hi, Farron. Welcome.
Thank you. About how long do you think our paper should be? I was thinking it would be comparable to our individual assignments, 5 to 7 pages.
The number of pages, please talk with your instructor. I'm gonna give you the guideline, but Dr. Azadi also here, so she can answer this question. Dr. Azadi, are you here? Can you hear me? I cannot hear. Okay.
Hey, Dr. Azadi, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. How long you do expect to have the length of your paper?
I guess 6 to 8 pages is
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna explain more about this. Thank you, Dr. Azadi. So usually you could have not more than 1 page for introduction, almost 3 pages for the literature review, 2 pages for the methodology, picture, not photos. I mean, not a photo. I mean the plot, graph, table, and the last one. So it's gonna be 1 page for introduction, 3 pages for the intro, for the literature review, 4 pages, 2 pages for the research method, including discussion on the data, research methodology, t-test or ANOVA test, tables, and graphs. So 2 to 6 till here, maybe 1.5 pages for the discussion and conclusion. So these are the entire paper is gonna be 6 till 7, excluding the reference pages and title page. So it's gonna be 7 till 8 or 7 till 9. Is it okay with you, Dr. Azad? Did you include the title page and reference page, or just?
Yes.
Okay. 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 So.
Based on my experience from the last classes, students like to include their codes
Mm-hmm.
paper so they can add appendix and they can
Okay.
add information if they want to appendix, if they want to explain more or discuss more about their results.
That's a great idea. I like you. This is excellent idea, and I like all the students to share the codes. That's help not only me to just duplicate the result, but also for the other team member to have the codes for the kind of if they need to modify for the individual assignment too. Thank you so much, Dr. Azadi. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, team assignment example, live session. I'm gonna send it to any of you. Okay, so it was team project class. Any other question here?
Sorry, Dr. Zara, I just
Yes.
want to add this information that I just posted the CSV files for
Mm-hmm.
the team assignment. So if you guys want to go there and just see your codes, I added the information so you can download it and you can run the codes for team assignment.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, class, I'm gonna go for the individual assignment 2. The individual assignment 2 is very close to where is the. Okay, I believe. Also, class, let me share this again for you. New share. Main screen share. There is no, it's not that. it's different. Where is that? Okay, there is a video, and can you see these pages? Team assignment video transcription, new share. Okay, can you see this, correct? There is a video here for the team project with transcription. You also can look at that. It's I explained that more detail on the team project. Okay, this is for team project. I'm gonna go directly to the individual assignment 2. The individual assignment 2 is very close to the team project. Let me bring it here. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This is the place I want to discuss more. Usually, let me go back to the PowerPoint because the example is there. You can see the PowerPoint, correct?
Yes.
Oh, something happened very good to this program. I don't know. I have to work more to learn. Okay. For the team project, for the individual assignment 2, first of all, you need to select your topic. I usually provide some topic to my students. I believe, Dr. Azar, are you providing some topic example? They can. Okay. 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 And I believe Dr. may do that. So you can just select the topic, or you can go with your topic. So after approval, you can work, choose your topic, a research question, and then type of the data set you want to work. Exactly the same platform you use for the team project. And then for the individual assignment 2, I don't expect more than 4 or 5 pages. 4 pages, including the topic and title page and reference, because probably you don't have a lot of not more than 1 or 2 pages references. There is no need for literature review for team for individual assignment. So I like you to go directly to the analysis, but please keep one short paragraph for someone else waiting for me to accept. Okay, one short paragraph as introduction to discuss your topic. Just for example, if you are working with diabetes between black and white population, so I do expect you just have a short 3 or 5 lines discussion about this topic, and then go directly to the research with your research question. And after that, go to the method. First of all, discuss 1 or 2 lines about the hypothesis, 1 paragraph about the data. Discuss your variable. At least you need to select at least 2 variables, so you can just run at least a t-test. You are welcome to work with more. One of the students last term just worked on the regression. This is okay because you are learning regression in week 4. This is okay if you want to discuss on that. But I do expect at least 2 population to can just run a t-test, and then go for the methodology and type of software to working with that. So these are the main section, and then a report descriptive statistics, show the distribution of data using the box, exactly the same thing that you have it here. Test the hypothesis, write a result, discuss your finding, have some policy recommendation, and you are welcome to add an abstract. The abstract is not a requirement, but if you like to get 100%, so you just maybe need to just go further with that. So this is an example comparing average percentage of female medical enrollee having at least 1 mammogram. So I discussed on this accidentally. So I believe I discussed about that. All discussion, all of the section, all of the actually explanation I did for the team project can used for the individual assignment too also. But this is the point for the data set. In my class, I share the CSV file. The difference is between someone is talking, so please mute your phone. Okay, someone else, Ryan is okay joining us. Um, if you are working, for example, with the data class, this is the example from Minnesota data. If you download the Excel file, you have, in the Excel file, there's two rows. The title of the data, for example, current years, and name of the variables. If you read this file from the RStudio, you will see, because RStudio read this line as a header, and there is no header, and automatically assign each column to the x1, x2, x3, x5. This was a question one of the students asked me in the class. So if you like to do that, if you like to download the codes from the data from the class, make sure to remove these two lines. Then RStudio will read this part as a name of the variables in the class. Also, can you see here? Let me just highlight for you. Can you see this one? This one? This is 5,352, but this is the comma for a separator. Here, separator for 1,000 number. RStudio consider this as a string variable. To remove that, whenever you just need to have a different format. Let me show you here. Okay, I believe I explained here. Let me open the Excel file. Okay. This is the data usually. This is the data. Can you see this line? I typed 10,000. This. Can you see this? I believe. Okay. Let me change this to you have more data here. So 20,000. This is usually, if you highlighted the code and right click on this, you can see to the format of this format cell. In the format cell, this is the general format. If I just a number here, this is it. All of the data set in the class is in this format, like this. If you read this format in RStudio, all of them is a string variable. So you need to get rid of this. For that, select the variable you want to use, or all the variables. Click on the format cell, change it to the general. So it's gonna be this, and this is a numeric variable. You can use this variable in the class in the for RStudio. There is example. This is type of topic I just suggested to my class. I'm gonna share with you later in my class. I believe Dr. Azadi, I've shared this with. Actually, this is some kind of topic that Dr. Azadi shared with me last term. I'm gonna share with my class. And then this is the instruction. In this instruction, this is a link for all the data set in the CSV format. Medicare data, imaging procedure, anything like that, and then there is okay, and then this is the code, some example of the codes, same as the code you have this for the team project. What you need to do is just copy the code in your RStudio, and then let me find my RStudio here. Where is my RStudio? Okay, I have to minimize this. Lots of things is open here. Okay, and then click new file, RScript file. Let me start new file. Can you see my RStudio, correct? Okay, you just need to paste here, change the location of the file based on your computer, and change the name of variable you need. This is what you need to do here. Also, there is an example for that. Let me open an example for the RStudio. I believe I have here, not for the RStudio, for the individual assignment. This is an example. I can share this with you and then you can follow that for your individual assignment too. Can you see this? Assignment 3, I need to share it. Okay, perfect. Something happened to this, and this is okay. I'm glad to see this. Okay, and this is introduction. This is the method. This is exactly what you need to go, and you can use some kind of this word. You can just reword them. This is all the section you need to repo for individual assignment 2. Method, hypothesis. This is the method, hypothesis, data, then materials and method, variables, name of variables, method you are using, data analysis process, result, figure, table. If you have more figure, you can just put here, discussion, limitation, conclusion, and policy recommendation, and finally name of the reference. This is all you need for the individual assignment 2, but the team project is a good place to, to just practice, because working with RStudio needs practice. This is yes, all of the material I'm presenting here can be shared with all of you. Yes, but are you in my class, or you are not? Okay, yes, for sure. Yes. Yes, this folder is shared with Dr. Azadi and Dr. May. They can, I'm just sharing this folder in the Dropbox, and they have access to this, and they will share with you. Yes. Maybe for the next time we need to find a way to just share a folder with all the students. I need to think about this. Then you could have access to all the class material whenever you are in any class. Okay. Okay, this is it, and this is for team project and not for individual assignment 2. Do you have any question here? Okay. If there is no question, I'm gonna go and discuss some kind of the problem that a student finds in exercise 3. Takina, did you fix the problem?
No, I tried.
Okay. 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 This is, can you see my screen, correct? This is our studio, right? Okay. There is 2 problem here. I don't know, Dixon is on the web call or no. Dixon, are you here or no? No, Dixon. Okay, you are here. Okay. There is the problem with Deepler package. If any of you are not able to use the Deepler package, I can share the code with you that can run the program without Deepler package. Please let me know if you are in my class, and let your instructor if you are not in my class, and I will share this code with all of you. So the way, go ahead.
Excuse me. But what I found with the issue with the Dippler package, it let me install the Dippler initially, but it was the library Dippler that I ran into a problem with.
Okay. Takino, I think your problem is not the Deepler package. I look at the screenshot you sent to me. The problem with your code is not your code, is with this exercise. Let me edit with that. It's back to the step 8. If you are in front of your computer, you can walk with me and then just run that code.
And I did change my settings to what you sent, and I tried to run it again.
Okay.
The issue with that, it still didn't summarize
Okay.
mean and standard deviation. It also, it took away the number of cases. All of them were lined up at 0.
Okay.
So it took away.
Okay. Okay, I'm explaining that. Class, the problem with exercise 1, exercise 3 is in some computer, instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, you can see high, moderate, and low. So instead of, if you are receiving this message after running this code, table, open parentheses, HOSP, $, $, cat, If you are receiving 0, 1, 2, then this code works for you. If you generate this code, you can see this data set here. What is this data? High competitive markets. This is the data set. Okay, where is that? I have a lot of data here. Let me find the moderate competitive markets, 13, 32. Low competitive market, you have some kind of that. Where is the variable for that? Low competitive market. Okay, here 1479, and for the high competitive market you expected to see 219. So if you are receiving 0 here, probably this code is a high, moderate, and low, and then you need to just copy exactly same thing you are seeing there. So probably you need to change this to change this to line, as it is based on this. I believe in some point I explained that 0 is what, 1 is what. Okay, the 0 is high, that 1 is moderate, and the last time is low. Takino, you try that and let me know the result for that in the email. Yeah. Any of you have the same issue, this is okay. You can just try this and let me know what the problem is, so we can just go ahead and fix that. But most of the time, this is the kind of the pattern that RST for my computer is 0, 1, 2 is accepted, but for some computer, when you just try to factor the variable, it doesn't work. Probably in some point it just attach the label to the data set, and then instead of reading the numbers, reading the label, and for that reason you are not able to do that. And this is the point you need to fix that. Any other question here? No question. Yes, who is this?
My name is
Chris.
Martinez.
Okay, Christine.
My results for the renewal part. So I was using your video, and I was trying to get the result. I got a 0.001 I believe, and I'm getting like 2.49 with an exponential of -11. And so I'm just wondering, like,
Okay.
I have screenshots I sent, but I don't know where I went wrong.
Are you talking about the ANOVA test?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As long as you have less than 5%, this is okay. So sometimes you're gonna have some kind of differences based on the very small differences, because the RStudio report up to 26 decimal. So maybe in my code minus point, e on power of -26 is a number with 16 zeros, so it's always is less than 0.05. If you have the same, even if you don't have the same value, but it's less than 0.05, this is okay. You don't need to find exactly the same number, but for sure you need to find exactly the same number observation. For example, if in my video is a 149, you cannot have 79. If in my video you have 2000 for one variable, you cannot expect to see 180. But for the p-value, as long as you have less than 0.05, this is fine. You can report that. This is happen even for week 4 for the coefficient. You could see 1 or 2 decimal changes. For example, maybe in my code is a 0.235, in your code is 0.233. This is fine. But make sure. I didn't get your question. One more time, please.
A less than sign in front of the same number, does that change anything, or is
No, the p-value doesn't change anything. Let me give you one example here. Look at this p-value. This p-value is 0.08581. Even if you get 0.09, 0.10, 0.07, this is still more than 0.5 percentage. Let me go with one variable that is less than. Let me find a variable that it's I'm looking for some significant differences. None of them is significant. Interesting.
While you're doing that, quick question.
Sure, go ahead.
This is Sakina. With I repaste the code here, and I changed step 8.
Mm-hmm.
Should I try installing a different package first before I run all of this again and see, or just run that one for step 8?
You don't need to run all of them. You can just go it from that point.
From which point?
From 8, section 8.
So just run section 8 by itself first?
Are you using the text log file to report all the numbers, or just you are going step by step running and seeding from the RStudio console?
I have all the code pasted into the console.
Oh, you paste all the codes in console. Which codes? You mean entire codes?
For week 3.
Okay. You are not using the text file here, something like this? Sync command?
Yes, I'm using that.
Okay.
There as well.
If you want to use the sync command, you need to run all of them again. Just copy, instead of copying in the console, please copy on the code panel and then run all of them. Okay.
Right. But should I first install the package?
No, you just need to load the package. You don't need to silence the install package. Just keep the library deploy active, like this.
Should I run that one first by itself?
Yes. It should be exactly like this is here. I have sync, library, hospital, everything.
Yeah, mine is like that, but do you want me to select all of these codes and run them, or should I run the library diplet first?
No, you can run all of them together. Okay, let's me back to the question. Look at this 3.55 e power minus 6. Even, maybe you can see here 3.43, not is still minus point on power of minus 0.06. So kind of this changes, this is okay, but you cannot expect to see real huge differences between mean and standard deviation. Did I answer your question?
I'm still a little confused, but yeah.
About which section you are confused?
I'm really confused about reading the number. It's a lot of times it's like this statistics. So it's like being able to analyze it and understand like what the difference between the 3.5 with the exponential of -6 or 0.6 versus what the 2.5 with an exponential of -11, like what the difference truly is.
No differences.
Looking at my table, no difference.
As long as all of them is less than 0.05, there is no differences. The p-value is not important, but it's important that it's be less than 0.05. The differences between 0.05 and 0.04 is huge. One of them is significant, one of them is not. For example, the 0.048 is significant, but 0.051 is not significant. That cut point is really important, but after 0.05 or any number less than 0.05 doesn't matter. There's not really differences between 0.058 and 100.
So basically anything on my table that does have an exponential of anything is less than 100.
Yes, and that the value of p is not important, except the point is 0.05, but it's not. But as a control, you can look at the t value. If you have very big t, here it lets me run the code from week 2 and give you a t value here. This is the t-test, right? We're comparing. You have here the t value. Usually when you have a big T, you expect it to have a higher, very low p-value. This is the other way you can just check your result. This is it, 2.2 on e on power of minus 16 is 0. It's very, very close to 0. If you look at the t is the 10. The cut point for t is 1.96, positive or negative. Any number more than 1.96 is significant. This is the other point. You can just control your findings. Are you clear now? Okay, perfect. Okay, any other question?
So I think my name is Dixon, and thing that I was actually asking is, since for my case it's not loading the Diplo package and still giving me the error that
Okay, yes. Go ahead, Dixon.
for this, since it's not going to be loading the number to give value for the final exam and the exercise for the school. If I start, so you can send it to me so that I can do for the full project.
Yes, Dixon. I'm going to write. Actually, I'm working on that with my team in UMUC. We are modifying the codes for the student. They are not able to run a Dipler package on their computer. They can. You cannot hear me?
I can hear you now, but everything you said before that I couldn't.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the problem that Dixon raised is back to the Dipler package. Some of the students are not able to install the Dipler package. Instead of that, they need to run a very long lines to just have the same mean and the standard deviation. By I modified week 1 and week 2, I'm going to modify week 3, and for week 4 you don't need anything like that. For week 3 I will also update the same section in the final exam codes, Dixon. No worries about that.
So what is causing this issue? Because prior to, for exercises 1 and 2, I was able to install the Diplo package without a problem. So is it just this code set that's causing it?
Sometimes the MacBook, some of the old version of MacBook or very advanced version that have very high sensitive data on them in terms of the security points, they are not able to connect to the web and load the Dipler package. Basically, they are not able to use the Dipler package.
Okay.
Yeah, Tammy, go ahead.
Hi, sorry. I ran the program earlier, and all of the parts that she was speaking about that were zeros
Mm-hmm.
went fine, but then I transferred them over to the Word document.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to rerun the program again to get my my text file,
Mm-hmm.
it's all zeros.
Okay. Are you talking about exercise number 3, correct? Okay, it's disconnected. Let me go back and open one more session. Okay. Okay, where is that? Come on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to admit all of you again here. Okay, I believe all of you is here again. Can you hear me? Perfect. Okay, let me wait a few seconds because a few of all of you are just going to back to this session. Someone asked me a question. I don't know. Is she's okay? Okay, that was you. Okay. You know the problem is back to this point. If you run this line of codes in your computer, try this one in your. Please copy this table, and this table hasp $herfcat. If you are seeing 0, 1, 2, the code is correct. If you are looking at 0 is a high, 1 is moderate, and 2 is low, then you need to change your code to this for step 8. And then I believe you will be okay. Yeah.
Strange that it worked initially, and then when I ran it a second
Yeah.
time, it didn't work.
And also, I noticed that when I changed the part 8,
Mm-hmm.
what you told me to change it to, that's what caused it to go to 0. But when I had it initially,
Mm-hmm.
it gave me the number of cases.
Yeah.
That was all correct. But it didn't summarize. It won't summarize
Okay. Mm-hmm. The other way is just to turn, close your RStudio and open it again.
I did it several
It doesn't work.
doing that.
I see. Okay.
Shutting down my computer, restarting,
Mm-hmm.
putting
Okay.
it different ways, changing the lines. It's just a lot of crazy.
Okay. So did you try this and see the result?
Yes, I tried that.
And didn't work?
That no, it
Oh,
all of my number of cases to 0, and it did not generate the summary as far as the mean and deviation.
yeah. The reason is when you try to subset the data has 0 observation. So the 0 observation have 0 mean, 0 standard deviation, and 0 everything. So
Okay. So what about when I also summarized when I was looking at your video, I saw how you did the summary for the Perpendale, where it gave you the list of the mean and standard deviation. That also gave me an error. Yes, when I tried to summarize that
Mhm.
section.
Okay. Can you share your code with me? I like to see entire code. I like to see in some point, our student using something different. I like to see what the reason for that. But if based on my understanding, I see. It has not to change anything here. Let me see this. I like to see what's the herf index in it here. If I read this code here, okay, error in group by, could not find function group by. Okay, this is it. The reason is this deep layer package. Hopefully I couldn't. Okay, that's good. I'm glad it works now. Okay, let's see what is this. In my computer, everything is okay here. Did you check that and it was 0, 1, 2, and even with that you was not able to do anything else?
No.
Takino, did you look at this observation? I believe if you look at that, the observation is 0 here. You have to get some numbers there, otherwise it's not working.
Yeah, on my data it gives me the observation.
Try that one. This is the only place that just two other people admit. Try this one. Can you just run this code and give me the information for that?
What, step 8?
Yes. It's in lots of noise here. You know who is that? Please try to fix that or mute your computer. Okay, that's work. Takina, did you mute yourself?
Yes, I was in.
Okay. Okay, did you run this step 8?
Yes, I just ran it. It didn't do anything.
I believe you can share your screen. Do you mind if you can share your screen?
I'm not on the same device.
Okay. And if you run that, what's the result in the data panel for the high competitive, moderate competitive, and low competitive?
For the low comp, it's giving me 1479 for observation.
Mm-hmm.
And for the high comp, it's giving me 219 for
Mm-hmm. And
32 variables.
and I believe if you run the step 9, you can see numbers there. Can you try that?
Run all of step 9.
Mm-hmm.
Did you scroll back up? Where did you start?
This one.
Well, under my
You should have some number there.
yeah, it gives me a breakdown of the number of cases.
219.
Which I
Okay.
have.
So I believe you have go ahead and number line 10, step 10, line this line. Try that. I like to see the observation for this. Go to the step 10 at the, because for 9 you have 9.1 till 9.14. Go to the end of 9.14 and then go for 10-1 and then try this line. I like to see your number.
10-1 by itself.
Yes, my table and summary of my table.
Okay, I get 1332. I get that as well.
Okay, that's okay too. Then go with 11. You have
79.
that works well, so I believe that's okay. The point is here, whenever you run all the codes together, RStudio change the herfcat to a factor variable, and if you want to run the code again, instead of 0, 1, 2, you have to write high, moderate, and low. This is the place, line 22, the RStudio just changed the code from numeric to the factor variables to use in the ANOVA test. If you want to use that from the first step, so then you need to go back and read the data. Whenever you are reading the data, that function disappears. This is the point for this exercise. So now you are okay. What's the problem, Takina, now?
You lost me. So,
Okay.
The problem is I don't see the summary of the mean, the standard deviation. I don't have that information. So how
Okay.
do I do that?
Go back to line 13. Read the data first. till Takino is working. Any other of you have any other question, class? Okay.
Once that's once I run that one, what should I see?
You should not see anything.
In the
Can you?
console.
Okay.
So nothing came up under the console.
Okay.
It changed my data set, however, to the right. The variable
Okay.
was different.
Okay. So now run line 16 till 22.
Is that 16 through 22?
Yes. I like to see you can see the number of variables here. Your line probably is different.
Well, it starts with names and then no, it's the same. It's the same.
Okay. Okay. Then did you run 19, 20, 21?
No, you told me run 16 through line 21, right?
Yes. Did you run them? You
I ran that.
okay. And then run 24. Herfindahl group by.
Okay.
Did you run that?
I did. It changed my variables on the data side.
Okay. Then go ahead and then change and just run line 31 till 48.
That's the summary, right?
Yes.
My console looks just like yours.
Okay, perfect. And then 51 till 69. Do you have these two lines too?
I do.
Run them? Yes, please. Okay, if you run them, go to the CUMUC and open them. Open W3M, W3S.
What am I opening?
Open this one.
Week 3?
Yes. Victory M, Victory S. Victory M is a mean, Victory S is a standard deviation. Can you see them?
Okay, not the week 3. Okay. I'll open one second. So you said week 3M and then the week 3S.
Yes.
It's slowly opening. It's the same computer.
I believe you have all the numbers.
It's slowly opening up my
Mhm.
so hopefully it pops up. It should look like this here, what you have on your screen.
If you have any number, that's the right number. You know, the R Studio give you number or you give you nothing.
So with all the steps that we just did,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I get confused. Like when we do these sessions and
Okay.
go in and kind of edit the steps.
Okay.
Confused. So when I'm doing this by myself, I'm like, okay, well, how
Okay.
do I know when to kind of run?
I will. Okay. I will go fast with this section. I have 5 more minutes. You know, if you go to line 22, 220 in your data set, in your codes, I write the code to change the Herfindahl cat from the numeric variable to the factor variable to run the ANOVA test. Then, whenever you run all the code together, you are changing the Herfindahl cat from the numeric variable to the categorical variable. If you want to go back to the same function, you have to read your data one more time. Otherwise, the data in your computers change from the data, numeric data, to the factor data. RStudio divided your data to 3 different parts. To read that data, you need to go ahead and just read the data from the first step, from here. So this is the point, that you need to read the data from here. Then RStudio will consider this HOSP as a new data for running this part of the codes. When you are running unit for getting that, after running the factor variable, you need to run all of this section again, from line 13 till line 71, to get the same result. If you go back and run this step, you cannot see any result. You have to make sure for RStudio this is a new data. Otherwise, working with the old data, the data format changes from 3 different sections. You are not able to see, but RStudio divided the hospital to the 3 different data sets. That's the point for that variable. Did you open the Excel file? Okay, I believe you have the name of all the numbers you needed. Okay, class, let me conclude the class, Tekino. If you don't have any other question, I have only 3 minutes. I like to finish this for the other students that are looking at this video. Okay, in this section we discussed 3 different parts. We discussed on the team project, individual assignment 2, and then question and answer. Hopefully this system record all of our discussion here. Usually in my class I have one last session for the final exam. If you are interested to be on the last session, I need to have at least 25% of class requesting that. So if you like to have another live session, please send me an email, and then if I have at least 8 to 10% to 10 students to have a live session for the Alex is welcome. So I think you are so late, or just I didn't admit you very soon. If you like to have another live session at the end of week 6 for final exam, please send me an email and I will try to have the last live session to discuss on the final exam and what I expected you to do that. We have almost 2 minutes. Any questions? Takina, please let me know by email what do you have.
Yeah, the Excel spreadsheet came up, so it gives me all of the
Okay, perfect.
the numbers here.
Okay.
What about the p-values?
For the p-values, you need to go back and look at the txt file.
So which file?
Text file. When you run, yes. Yep.
Okay. I should be good. If not,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Okay.
I'll send you an email.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, you're welcome. Any other question, class? Okay, thank you all of you for participating, and hopefully you can I give you more, how I could able to give you more information about this. I know this is a new language for most of you, but this is interesting language. Try to learn. Learning a new language is a point for this crazy word, so you have to be able to work with at least 10 language. One language is not enough, is requirement, Takina. Okay. Okay, that's wonderful. So I'm talking about the machine language. So go ahead. Yes, I mean you need to be able to work with R, with C++, with Java, with at least 2 language. You know, for working, to be honest, to working as a manager, you need to able to see at least 1 machine language. Python, wonderful. Bless you. Python, C++, RStudio, and all of them are free package. So try, participate in some kind of Coursera courses. This class is a start for you, and hopefully you can just learn as much as possible from this program. Okay, class, thank you so much again for being here. Dr. Azir, do you have anything for last minutes?
No, thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, thank you, and thank you all. See you for probably for the other live session. Have a good day and goodbye.
All right, bye-bye.
Same to you. Goodbye. Okay, stop share. And meeting for all. Yes.